Hi.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans. I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn.
And on Instagram and Ravelry, you can find me as Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou.
And I'm cpredmor on Ravelry. And on Instagram, when I post, I'm posting is Knitting in Our Jeans. I should take a picture and post on Instagram the new garden that we've got.
Yes.
We've got a great new garden. And you know, we're getting back into colder temperatures. My sweaters make me look so much better. It's like I actually have like color in my face now.
What a concept.
I'm telling you. You know, it doesn't matter. Something about sweaters. I think I look better.
I mean, that's perfectly acceptable.
Yes, it is. So
that's why we knit the sweaters.
Yes. So I am now discussing Christmas gifts again.
Mm.
So I saw in my email feed today that there is a pro-size potholder loom. And I'm wondering if I should make potholders for my mother for Christmas to match her new gloves. It's a thought. You know, I know the woman needs potholders, uses potholders. I have to think on this. I mean, I actually like making potholders.
It is kind of fun.
It's a lot of fun. And it's probably better for me than buying an MKAL loom.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't imagine what I would use all those ribbons of woven prettiness for.
You've been thinking about getting an MKAL loom?
I was, yes. I don't know when I'd find time to use it because I can't find time to finish off the towel.
I was going to say,
I love my towel in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I've got this to make the riot towel.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But potholders get made in
yeah, but does Nan really need them?
She doesn't need the gloves either. There's nothing that woman needs. She's giving stuff away. She's roaming through the house going, I don't think I really need that. I don't think I really need that. Here, let me send it to you. Okay. I don't really need it either, whatever it is. But thanks, Mom. Thank you very much. So if I make them, I may get them back next year, which is okay. Because we lose potholders around here.
Well, that's because Father does not put them in the designated potholder spot, and I think they go back down behind the refrigerator.
That's very possible.
I think there is a plethora of potholders down behind the refrigerator.
So, shall we share the news that you told me that he's making a spreadsheet of catamarans?
Oh, yes. This was a very exciting moment. I got called into the office today to... here at the house, to be asked about how to do something on Excel.
He's coming upstairs.
I know. And it's about catamarans.
He's in the next room.
So yeah. So that's a very exciting development. But oh my god. So excited.
I am excited.
You are so excited.
Oh, because in Pearl Soho they had it where you're making plaids. Not all these wacky colors that I used to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, actually using intention.
Yes.
To weave your...
Well, and you can get them in neutrals and black and white and gray and...
Yeah. I can make her blue and white ones.
You could.
I can make them striped. I can make them...
You could make a...
plaid. I could make them
kind
spotted.
of herringbone. You could do all kinds of things.
I could. They even have a book.
They do?
Of patterns. Yes. I forget where the book is. There it is. Potholder Loom Designs.
Oh.
Do you see that?
I see that. So, if you're wondering where we're looking at Harrisville Designs.
It's
at
sold out. I may have to get it at Amazon.
Harrisville Designs, we're looking at the Friendly Loom section.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're doing.
Yes. Sorry.
Mom has decided that this is apparently a thing
This is a thing.
Deciding
I have always liked potholders.
You have. I'm
really
just amused.
I'm glad you're amused. That's excellent, dear. That is excellent. Well, what should we talk about? Shall I talk about what I finished?
Well, I was going to say, why don't we talk about what you finished first?
Okay. I have finished the pair of socks that I had started for a discussion with a friend of ours on how to knit socks. And these are toe-up socks, basically a vanilla pattern, where I cast on using Judy's Magic Cast On for closed toes. And then our friend didn't want to do an afterthought heel, which is the heel I use almost all the time, is an afterthought heel. She wanted to use a gusset. So,
or a heel flap.
Gusset and heel flap. Yeah, gusset and heel flap. Yes. I thought that went without saying.
Just saying.
Okay, so we said it. And Judy must have been a friggin' genius.
Or there are a lot of genius Judys.
Maybe. But they don't have last names on the web.
They don't.
It's Judy. So anyway, there's a Judy Magic heel flapping gusset for toe-up socks that Judy has not updated for a while. So she has little caveats that she posts, like, I haven't updated it. I don't know whether it's still good or not. I'm thinking, if it was good 10 years ago, it's probably good now because the theory remains the same. And it's a free resource. So I've copied and pasted the grid that she's got into my notes section on my phone so that I will have it. And that's what I used for the heel. And then I basically said I want the leg to be as long as the foot. And you can see that I have folded it over. And it is equidistant from the heel, which makes it a nice size sock. And I'm wearing a lot of socks. I think I mentioned that I had used the Katrinkles darner tool for one of my colorwork socks because both the heels were out. I'm wearing a lot of socks for physical therapy. Excuse me, my lip was itchy. I'm doing heel slides. I have done heel slides for a number of different issues. Back problems, knee problems, patella tendon problems. I have done heel slides for decades. Now they're hard. Yeah. Now they're really a strain.
Well, because you had your knee taken apart and put back together.
Yes, I did. And I'm trying to get as much flexibility as possible. So what's hard about the heel slide is I'm trying to get the left surgerized knee to bend as far as the right unsurgerized knee. I know it's a word that my husband made up. It's okay. And it doesn't want to go there. But, after it warms up a bit and I push it back a little, it does go there. So by the second count of 10, it's going there with some effort, but it's going there by itself. Yesterday, I actually put weights on my ankle for the ankle drop. Today, I was so much more limber. It was great. So we're going to do that again. I won't put any more weights on it. I mean, additional weight on it. But that helps with the declination of the angle. So anyway, I finished a pair of socks. I did take pictures, although I have to say I think a film would have been better. A stop action film, because then or have you around so that we could figure out what's the best angle to show this at to kind of get at the concept that's going along. I have to say that at one point where you're really building back up, you're decreasing to make this heel flap. It's not
intuitive.
Right. It's this part that's not intuitive. This bottom of the heel. You really have to think about, all right, which of my needles is the sole of my sock? Because I think the way the directions are written, it's not clear. It's like clear as mud. So having done this before with a pattern for a sock extravaganza. What is it that's usually in the summer?
You do Tour de Sock.
Tour de Sock, along with watching the Tour de France. Anyway, it hasn't been run for the last 2 summers. But I do have a Tour de Sock pattern that has this similar design where you're decreasing on the heel and then increasing to make this corner. And so I knew that it had to be a certain way. It had to be centered on that sole needle And I just said, all right, this is the way it has to be. Let's make it this way. And I moved stitches around to make sure that that's what I had. So once I made that executive decision, then picking up along the side was fine. And then you just work at it until you're back to your original number of stitches. So you're picking up along the side of that decrease. And there's a bit of a hole where you're suddenly down to the right number of stitches. Blech. It's got more strain than otherwise. There, you can see it. But it's where you're changing an angle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, in retrospect, I could have gone in and perhaps picked up another leg of the stitch inside.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't bother me that much. And there's no hole on the other side. So
obviously it was that specific.
it's that side.
Yeah.
It's that specific side on both of them. So anyway, but I'm reporting that I have a new pair of socks. I have worn them in physical therapy already. They work extremely well. They keep my feet warm, which is one to the point. And they slide on the PT table.
Which is
also the point.
Yes.
So that's going along. My recovery's going along pretty well too. I think we're getting the angle pretty good. I think I'm going to work on going up and down the steps with both legs. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
We may have to do a little bit more walking around the block.
I was going to say, we forgot to walk around. Well, I was going to do it when I got home, but it was raining when I got home.
Yeah, it was a crummy day here. And I didn't do my exercises, so I'll do my exercises and walk tomorrow. Your father loves to walk around the block.
Oh, good.
Yes. He, in fact, asked me last week, did I want to go to Jones Beach? I said, let's hold off on that until I can do twice around the block.
Yeah.
Because otherwise what's going to happen is I'm going to get 50 feet down the boardwalk and go, it's time to turn around.
Yeah.
So we are walking around the block. Rich is walking around the block with me. At least 5 days a week, I'm doing the stretching exercises here, which also includes ending up with riding the bicycle. So things are moving along. I am not just waiting for my PT appointments to get this done. So, you think I'm walking better?
I do think I'm pretty positive that this is much better than how you were.
Yeah, because it was getting worse.
It was
better.
It was real bad before, like in the last few months before you got it done. You're not as you and Dad say, you're not weeble wobbling.
Yeah.
I hope everyone understands the reference to the kids' toy. That's what we're talking about.
Knock them down, but they won't stay down.
They weeble and they wobble,
but they won't
stay down. Yeah. So that's kind of how my parents walk.
Yes.
But there's much less of that.
Much
I've
less
noticed.
of that, and I think and you really this morning there really wasn't that much pain coming from this side. So I think maybe I'm getting to the point where we can start adding. They will start adding more things because obviously now I have to work up my endurance. Obviously. This is the thing I was talking about last week that I had bought from Good Trinkles. The not Rhinebeck.
Oh, little fob.
Yes, which I'm going to use as either a stitch marker to denote the beginning of round. Like
that's a giant.
I know, but I won't miss it. So if I'm knitting around and around and around in a sweater, my fingers hit this, I'm going to notice. So I think that would be nice.
I mean, that'll have to be like a
DK
or worsted weight sweater.
They're talking about it being a key ring, but
I mean, yeah, but not for
fine.
you or I.
No. My key rings have key rings. So anyway, I did buy this.
Very cute.
And then while you were on Indie Untangled or talking with somebody, you had mentioned Coco Knits, so then I bought her stitch markers.
Oh, they were part of the prizes.
Yes.
For bingo.
Just so that I had stitch markers all over the house, up here, downstairs.
Very nice.
All over. I did look at looked at her pattern collection. She's got a multitude of patterns, none of which were really fascinating to me. But that's just a personal choice. So, what are you working on so assiduously?
So I am working on actually binding off the neck of my pixelated pullover.
Really? You got that done pretty fast.
Well, it's only 2 rows. I added a third because it didn't look substantial enough, so I added an extra row.
Okay.
But I finished the sleeves of this earlier today.
Did you bring them in? Any?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can see, they're a little balloony. So
because she put it on today and she could grab about that much.
Yeah, I mean that's for the whole arm. It's there. I think it might be even bigger than these sleeves are on me.
So she's got room to wear lots of layers.
Yeah. I think it'll be
for
fine.
Standing in the line for voting.
Yeah, I think I might. I think I might have to start reassessing again my size for sweaters and things.
Well, each sweater is written a little differently.
I know. I also think it's because I don't think my row gauge was quite correct, and I think these sleeves are meant to be larger than I had anticipated.
Well, I think that once you start, you could have tried on the sleeve and seen how
I did,
it was going.
and I didn't. Because I tried it on when it was about here, and I didn't really notice that it was all that different, but it's quite large.
Yeah. Well, it's a good winter sweater.
It is, and it's going to be run through the wash at least once, so we'll see what happens then.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Because it's not super wash, but the swatch behaved beautifully being thrown in the wash.
Okay.
So we'll throw it in once.
We'll run with it.
And we'll go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got the sleeves. I got the little yellow bit at the end. I think it looks really cute. I really am excited about that pop of yellow.
I like it too.
I know, it's shocking. You and I enjoying a pop of yellow. What is this?
I don't know. And the green, I like your teal. I do like teal.
like the teal. I know.
I'm not big on green, but teal is good.
Yeah. So we decided once I bound those off to finish the neckline, so that once I finish the body and finish the hem, I am done. Because that will be just
you have to play games with yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So that's what I am working on right now.
Okay.
So what are you working on?
Whoops. Whoops. This is my Stephen West mystery shawl.
Oh my goodness.
And what I have done
MKAL.
is I have done section 1, section 2, section 3, and then this is section 4. And then I have just started section 5. Whoops.
So Mom is essentially caught up to where, we're supposed to be.
With 25 more. It's being eaten by handles. So there's a total of 26 of these triangles that march across the top of section 4, which is what he's calling section 5. I'm assuming there's going to be something that fills in.
It could just end up becoming like chevrons or something, because he's done that before. Or
he's saying this next clue that's coming out next Friday is where you can decide to have either a small shawl or a large shawl. So I think that there's going to be a couple different ways to go with this.
Okay.
But anyway, I have 25 more little triangles. This one took me, all of 10 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 5. So they're really simple. And the only question I have at the moment, because of the way the instructions are written, is whether there's 3 stitches in between or 13.
I think it's 3.
We're going to go back and look at the videotape.
Yes, we're going to look at the video that Stephen West posts in the Westnets group.
And the instructions to get it. Maybe that he says repeat the pattern. In that case, row 1 is moot. Anyway, looking at the videotape will make all the difference. So yes. I can really move along on this. I love my colors. I'm very happy with the colors. You may not be able to see all the colors because it has some oh, look at that.
It looks really good.
I really do love this.
It looks really good.
And I do have a total of 4 colors in this.
Nice.
Because I introduced this, that is a mini in the middle. I decided not to make a lot of different colors yet, because I really love the colors that I chose.
Yeah.
So this is coming along. I'm betting, because it's a lot of knit, that when it is blocked, it's going to block big.
Yes.
Which is perfect, because I'm thinking of it as a body length shawl for the sofa. It's so nice to fall asleep on the sofa.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's one of the things I'm working on. Is there anything else you want to
So
talk
I've
about?
also been working on the Stephen West knit mystery knit along, but I realized I'm doing a stretchy bind off at the neck, and really I need a not stretchy bind off at the neck for this sweater. So that needs to be changed.
Why not stretchy?
Because it's already got an open sort of neckline.
Oh, well,
built
so
in.
then you don't want it that
I
falls
don't
off.
want it. Well, no, I don't want it to bell.
Right.
So you can see it's already kind of belling here.
Yes.
So
you might want to give yourself eaves like one every 6th.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Every one?
This was every other knit.
I would say go to every 6th.
Every 6th knit?
Yeah.
Or every 6th stitch?
Every 6th.
Because it's a knit one per one, so I only do the make one knit two together on the knits, and I was doing that every other knit stitch.
Well, then you might go to the 4th knit.
Okay.
Cut it in half.
Okay. Or double the space between.
Yeah.
So my West knit is currently at the end of section 2. I also really love my color choice. I'm going to add, I think, another color. I think I'm going to add an orangey, the orange from my Starflake.
Oh, nice.
During this next segment, that has a total, I think, of 7 stripes. I think I'm going to add it as the 4th one to do kind of a like midpoint of it, from what I've seen from other people. I think that'll look really nice. But I have...
That would be pretty.
Yeah. So I have started it. I have done 2 of the 4, like, foundation rows for it. And we'll,
Oh, that's the one in the main color.
Yeah.
And then you go. Yes.
And then you go, yeah.
And that alternate color is only 2 rows at a time.
Oh, it is? I thought it was 4.
Mine was 2 rows at a time.
It was 2? No, this is bonus clue. I have it downloaded, I think, on here.
Oh, you're on the bonus clue?
No. I'm on 3. And 3 is...
I'm sorry, you're on this?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about this.
No.
Okay. Well, that'll be nice.
Yeah, so I was thinking doing that as per the pattern, and that with the new color, and then these 3 as the...
Okay, I just missed it.
Yeah.
I got confused. That's actually what I had planned to do.
I had no doubt.
Oh, well.
But yeah, so the other exciting thing is that I had wanted to do this on my darn pretty purple needles, because they are metal, but they're matte, so they have some stick to them.
A little grippy.
And they're not as sharply pointed as my Chow Goose or my Haya is.
Right.
Which is really nice for not splitting yarn, which for me happens a lot in Stephen West patterns if I'm using metal needles, just because of the way he has you do so many knits, so many, it's just a lot of stitches on your needles. And so I end up
160 something.
Yeah, so I end up splitting stitches for his pattern if I use metal needles. So I was really excited. I couldn't remember where I had put my size 4s, and I was actually on FaceTime with my boyfriend, and we were talking, and all of a sudden he said something, and all of a sudden like a light bulb went off, and I just like dove towards a bag, which ended up having kind of a whip in it, and so I ripped the whip out because it was just a swatch that I wasn't going to continue on doing anyways, and liberated my needles. So I got to start that. That was really exciting.
Very
and
good.
use those. So that's my status of the mystery knit along.
Excellent.
What else have you been working on? Anything else?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have been working on my striped sweater.
Oh, your crazy stripes.
Yes. So if you notice, actually, can you hold a shoulder? I have gotten one of the crazy stripes in. So my first crazy stripe, the black, is in, and I think I've got the first row. It actually shows better on this side. The first row of the white.
Nice.
So all of the fat ones are going to be going down this side until you get to a certain point, and then they start becoming almost vertical and marching across the body. So this is what I'll work on when I finish the clue with the triangle.
And that's cashmere?
This is baby alpaca.
It is baby alpaca.
That I got at String Thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I walked into the store, went immediately to this display of baby alpaca 2 years ago, and said, I need this. And the shop owner came over. Felicia came over and said, can I help you? And I said, well, first of all, I need 2 round size 4 needles on wood if possible. So she found those. What size? I said, 40 something and a 60 something. So I got those, and I said, then I need this. You need to tell me how much this is going to be. Because I was doing the math in my head to figure out how many balls of yarn I would need to have. And she said, well, you know, it's not cheap. I said, I didn't think it was going to be. But I do think it's going to be warm. So it's going to be totally black and white. The crazy stripes are started, which is fun. Really good. Which it's short. It's German short rows.
Oh, nice.
I don't even know if I'm doing them correctly, but who cares? It's my sweater.
And also it's in black, so you're really not going to be able to see it.
Well, they're going to be in white, too.
Well, all right.
But it looks to me like they're fine.
Yeah.
Because I can't see it.
I can't see them.
So I also think wrap and turn would work fine, too. So meanwhile, but the pattern calls for German short rows. I believe I'm doing it correctly.
Good.
And I think it'll fit.
Yes.
So I think it's the good size. This pattern comes in 6 sizes. So I'm actually knitting pattern size number 3. I got alpaca dust. So I'll keep you posted. But I think it will be fine.
Good.
I have thought about perhaps doing the sleeves, and I may do that.
First.
After I get the white one in.
Okay.
Put this on waste yarn and or find some additional number 4s and do the sleeves, because it is refreshing to get down to the bottom. Are they mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll need another pair.
Okay. But, well, I'm just saying they were right here.
Oh, actually, well, that's good. I think these are 4s. I'm sure that, yes, these are 4s. They're the same size. Excellent. Well, that solved that problem. And since I'm working with white, if this next one goes, I'll have to see what the pattern calls for. If the next one goes with the black, then I can work the black. I'm really going to... I've got multiple balls of this
I was
stuff.
going to say, you have multiple balls. Why are you... You've got like 10 of each.
I do, yes.
And they're 50-gram balls,
yes. I can do the sleeves.
Yeah.
So, we've solved that problem.
Yes, we have.
Actually, I will need, so I can do both sleeves at the same time. I'll walk over there and I'll get another size 4 needle. Plus, I've got 2 sets of the interchangeables downstairs that I got in the grab bag. Not the grab bag, but in the grand prize.
Yep.
With the Long Island
yarn crawl,
knit crawl, whatever. So, yeah, I can make size 4s.
Yep.
But I see a whole bunch of size 4s over there, so I'm in good shape. So that's, I have not done anything with 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I figure I'll work on the shawl, I'll work on the sweater, and then I'm dying for you to wind
I'll wind it
the yarn for me
home.
to swatch the artichoke French.
I will. I
really want to cast it on. I'm talking to them.
Okay.
Really want to cast it on. I know that's really stupid because I've got my counter cross stitch, which I haven't worked on in months. And I really need to devote like an entire day so that you get in the mindset of doing that kind of thing. Maybe when the Stephen with Shawl is done.
Maybe.
That'll get... I hate to to get lost in the clues for these mystery knit-alongs because I find that I just stop.
Yeah.
So for me, I need to keep up. That if it's clue week, I need to do that clue and just move it along.
I'm okay with being a week behind as long as I'm keeping at it because I'm keeping at it. And I'm working.
not a shawl girl. So I've got to do something that just keep me in it.
And I'm working, so there's a bit. I have a bit less knitting time.
Right. But the criminal knitters, I would keep up, and usually I'd be able to finish the clues in 2 days.
Yeah.
This one, the section 4, I misread. So when it said join your contrasting yarn
number 3,
I read it as knit 3. So I not only joined the contrasting yarn, I then knitted 3 and then knitted an additional 3, which made my counts wildly off. I got to row 10 and realized I was having a meltdown. So it was
You then called me.
Well, yeah, just tell you I was ripping it out madly. So the work of one entire evening went down the tubes. So,
I'm sorry.
Yes, I might have been done my triangle by now had I been able to read.
Yes, well, it happens.
Yes.
So I have also been working on my test knit, which I finished the second color work section. Yeah, it does. So I finished the second color and second pattern. So next is this.
Is this the woman from Finland?
Yes, the woman who actually designed the sweater I'm wearing.
Yes.
So next is this.
You notice you have a pattern with her sweaters? They're like a neutral and a green.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. Just saying.
It's what's in my stash. All of this has been stashed.
I got it. All my stuff for the Arctic French was stashed. People watch me pull it out.
I know.
They thought it was so funny. It was, what is she doing? She's getting yarn.
She is stash diving as we speak.
That's right.
Yeah, no, apparently we're doing greens. Whatever.
With
it's in my stash.
Designer.
I'm getting it done.
Yes.
So next is this mint kind of minty, very light mint.
A hint of mint.
Yes, a hint of mint. With the
a whisper.
Yes, a whisper. So I think
gorgeous.
it'll look really nice. It's got silk in it, I think, or bamboo. I can't remember.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so this will be really nice to work with. That's my next one, and that's going to be the section that leads to the split for the arms. So once I finish that section, I will be able to ask for the next part of the pattern.
Cool.
Which is super exciting. I'm hoping to get that done next week, or within the next week, so that I can do that, so that I can have everything in hand, so that I can, just motor on and get this done, hopefully by the deadline. It's so much fun to get things done by the deadline. Yeah, well, and considering that this is not, so this is a fully color work sweater, whereas this was just the yoke. This one is going to be full body and full sleeves.
Cool. That'll take you some time.
Well, yeah, but also I think she writes a really good pattern. I've only had I had one issue with the
neck.
On this sweater I'm wearing right now, I had one issue with how she described the short rows, and she fixed that. And then with this one, I had an issue, as we discussed, with the conversion between centimeters and inches.
Yes.
But other than that, it's been very smooth sailing. A bunch of the other testers are, just trucking along. Some have already reached the separation for sleeves.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
well, you're close.
Yeah, I'm close. But I'm really excited. I think I picked the size. I'm trying to remember what size I picked. Because I think I picked the medium, which is, did I pick the 40? I think I need to start picking the 38, yo. Yeah, I think I picked because it's to fit a 38.
Right.
So I picked the 40. So it is going to be oversized, a bit like this one. This one
is comfortable.
Is very comfortable. And because it's the linen, I knew it was going to grow. So I'm pretty sure I knit this actually as a 38. But it has grown significantly while wearing it and, having it over the last, few months. This one in my lap won't grow as much because it's not linen and silk. But I'm excited. But I am realizing with my few sweaters I have knit recently that I need to kind of reassess what size I am.
Okay.
Because it's just figuring out, because my shoulders are more broad, but I am, and my hips, my booty is larger because of squats.
Okay.
But I am also getting smaller in some aspects, so I'm
Cool.
trying to process that.
Yes. You gotta work with it.
Yeah. So, having been the same size for quite a long time is now it's like, oh wait, hold up, we got a little change. Gotta reframe this.
Yes, it's always exciting when your body decides to do something a little different.
Just a little.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Though I forget who I was talking to. I think I was talking to Shamika and Ashby, and they said something, and I was like, oh my god, I need to find my Thanksgiving sweater.
Right, you came in and talked about that to me.
To you, yeah. So I pulled out my yarn from Nerd Girl Yarns in Slapsgiving, which, 3 years ago made this beautiful swatch.
Here, let me hold this.
Thank you. This beautiful swatch. It's a tuck stitch that you can't really see the texture of because it's so dark. But it's beautiful in person.
Yes, it is.
And so I think I need to re-swatch because it's been 3 years. So I just need to continue on with the swatch. I am debating if I want to change to wooden needles instead of these chow goos that are already in this swatch. And then wash it and figure it out, because that might become, as Shamika says, my Nano Swimo sweater. So,
what?
The National Knit a Sweater in a Month.
Oh.
Yeah. Which, probably not. I'm probably just going to try and finish my test knit. And also, probably something else that I picked up this weekend, because...
Today?
No, I picked it up yesterday.
Well, then
Picked
there's
up
something
the
you picked
yarn
up
yesterday.
today.
This I picked up today.
Ah.
So,
right.
On to acquisitions, because I have gotten a lot of my stuff from Indie Untangled and Rhinebeck and other such sundry things that I'm categorizing as Indie Untangled and Rhinebeck. And then I got a dress that I have been waiting for about a month and a half now. Let me find where the top is. So this is the pattern, and it's from Pinup Girl Clothing, and I really love it. But it is spaghetti strapped, so it needs a sweater, obviously, because it's a long skirt, and within this pattern, I could wear it all the time. No season, any season. So, of course,
I have to wear long underwear underneath and sweaters over top.
So, of course, I then, figured out, well, I had seen the Love Witch sweater, which I believe I've shown you all before, but it is this sweater with those dramatic sleeves. And so I knew I had wanted to get yarn for it, so I went to Knit and brought the dress with me because black is a very hard color to color match unless you have what you're trying to match it to with you. So I did. So I got Juniper Moon Farm Beatrix in Onyx, I think is the color. Yes, Onyx. And I for it. And then I picked up Asylum Fibers Aragog in Trickery, which is a dead ringer. for the yellow.
Did you have that, or you?
No, I picked this up at Knit as well. So my plan is to finish the swatch. You can see I have needles attached. Finish the swatch for this. This is a wool. It's a wool Angora nylon blend. Yeah. So I might actually. So I'm thinking I'm gonna swatch it and wash it in the sink with some wool wash first. Let it dry. Take gauge. Then throw it in the wash to see what it does.
Good idea. That's an excellent idea.
Because if it can go through the wash, let's do it. But if it can't, it's good to know what the gauge was before you send it through the washer. So my plan is to do the body and the main part of the sleeves in this. And then I think for the beginning of the bell to hold the two together, so the mohair and the onyx together. And then probably for the last set of the sleeves, maybe hold either just one or two.
Hold the double. Right.
Yeah, hold the just.
That's really light.
It is, but I think it'll look really pretty.
It'll be great.
And I'll be able to wear it with other things.
Sure.
But I really, really love this idea. And I get to then make that sweater.
Yes.
Because those sleeves are
amazing. Sleeves are magical. What she was pointing down here is fabric.
Yes.
Pieces of cotton that I'm going to make into masks for me. We got sent from the Nassau County Dental Association some N95 or N95 masks, but they have a vent on the side. Now people are deciding that the vent is not good to have. So I figured if I could make some, and they don't even have to be double, they could be singles, to go over the N95 masks. If you're wearing an N95 mask, this is just a pretty cover up.
Right, but I was also going to look, a friend of mine had posted a mask that has a cage under it.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Because what I find is I don't like my mask collapsing on me.
Yeah. So let me see. Oh, here we go.
Silence is fascinating.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to not, here, tutorial for a foam face. Okay. So I will send this to you.
Sounds good, like a plan.
But yeah, so the reason that they don't recommend the ones with the vents is because
of exhalation. Yeah,
and because it does ease your exhalation, and that is what the masks are protecting others against, is your exhalation. Primarily.
Yeah, whether or not it is any less safe than those blue masks that have got wandering around. Which we're not going to talk about. Meanwhile, the PT lets me go on my N95 mask.
But yes, so...
And that really fancy mask I bought, that has a valve too.
I know.
They're good to cover.
Well, and they're good for places...
in.
Well, and for places like Colorado and California and other places that have had wildfires. For smoke.
The wearer.
But yeah, right now we're figuring out.
So this can cover my fancy mask too.
It can.
Yes.
But yeah, I picked those up at So What's New, which is in Islip, New York. They're really being very careful. Mm-hmm. They, require masks, and
everybody should have a mask on.
I'm just saying.
Not only are you protecting other people, but you're also somewhat protecting yourself.
Right.
Let's face it, you got something over your mouth.
And if someone
you're not going to be breathing something else in.
Well, and if everyone else has one on too.
Well, yeah, but the N95 masks are what I used to wear when I was doing woodworking. Well, so I wouldn't breathe in the sawdust dust.
Well, yes.
Effluent and
so
stuff
that you
like
don't
that.
Breathe it
and
in.
And the paint fumes and all this other kind of things. So think about it. You're not only wearing masks to protect other people, but you are doing some protection for yourself too.
Yes. But so it looked like they were going to be limiting. There was only myself and one other person who had shown up while I was there. They're super helpful. I had brought my
what's
bridesmaid.
the limit of people in the store?
I don't know. We didn't hit it, so I didn't have to deal with it.
Didn't have to deal with it.
So I was able to go in. I brought my bridesmaid dress. I walked up and down, or up and around all of the, fabrics and held it up to them. I was able to lay out, the ones that I had thought really worked. It was really great. I had
They're
a really
a really
good
nice
experience.
store. They sell yarn and fabric and sewing machines.
Yes.
High-end sewing machines. And
Yes.
they're very nice.
And I think they rent time on some of on their long arm too.
Oh, that's possible.
Yeah. I don't know exactly. But so that's that was.
And they have parking.
Yes, they do have parking, which is always nice. But so I went to knit yesterday and got the yarn to coordinate with that dress, and then today I went and got fabric to coordinate with my bridesmaid dress for a wedding I'm in.
She's well coordinated.
I'm very well coordinated this weekend. But in other news,
there's more.
There's more. We haven't even gotten to the stuff that arrived at my apartment this week.
Oh, that's right. The Untangled stuff.
Yes. So I apologize in advance for all the crinkling. So this is my package from Untold Imprint.
What is it?
It's linens.
To do what with?
Hold on. For gifts and things. So these two are headbands. They're a nice micro suede. I have one that I've been wearing. I think that one is going to be a gift. I think this one will be mine. If you want to play with it. This is also one I have that I've already been wearing. So I got the knit print for myself. And I also got one in black that's very pretty. And they're very soft.
They're very soft, yes.
And they're stretchy. So they're really nice. Linens.
Oh.
So these are really lovely. I have had the want to have headbands, but haven't gotten one yet, and I'm still trying to figure out headbands apparently again because
those are nice because usually they
yeah
clump to my head and then they make your head hurt.
Yeah, they're not too tight and they're not loose. It's very nice. And then a bunch of these are going to be ending up being holiday gifts or parts of holiday gifts because I figured might as well get started on that buying. Mm-hmm. So I got cotton bags with some block prints on them. Mm-hmm. And these are, I think the green is dyed with sage, and the purple I think is dyed with avocado pit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I got napkins.
Pretty.
And then I got a whole bunch of towels.
Very
and
nice.
some larger napkins. So I think a bunch of these, as I said, are going to be gifts. They're really beautiful, and they're really cotton, nice. And they're organic cotton, and they are machine washable, nice. Which is really nice. And the proprietor had said that they are extremely absorbent. So that's nice. Really nice. So I got all of that, which I was not expecting to get so quickly, but I did. And I enjoyed the packaging. It was very efficiently packed, and it's just lovely, really lovely nice. Stuff. One of the kitchen towels I had ordered was out of stock by the time she was packing it up, and she reached out to me, by email and said, could I, would I mind a substitution or would I like a refund? And I got a substitution. And it's great. But I just, really appreciated that and her store, and really liked getting to see her and her little virtual booth that she had at Indy. And so next is the Miss Babs package. I don't know if you can see the Miss Babs paper. So this is the mini of Apple Season on
Pretty.
Yummy 2-ply, which is one of the Rhinebeck 2020 colors.
Yes.
And then this
Oh,
is
that's gorgeous.
Virtual Iris on Big Silk.
And how many yards?
This is 540? Yeah, 540.
Gorgeous.
I know. It makes me
You
really
only
happy.
got one?
I got one. I figured that I can get other colors that'll coordinate. Unfortunately, the Saf colorway, which is a really pretty like peachy color, would have looked great with this. It's not available on Big Silk.
Ooh.
It's okay. There are other colors that'll be available on Big Silk.
Yes.
It's not like it's a base that's going away. And it's just beautiful. So I can always order something else with it or to use with it. But I figured I would get one for now.
Good idea.
Especially because I knew that the next thing was coming.
Yes. I remember we've been talking about this.
So this is for me to tell you that if you haven't ordered your 1600 pen from Neighborhood Fiber Co., you should. Because as I have previously said, it's the most perfect purple ever. How many more? I have one more. Ever.
Oh my lord.
Ever. So, this is DK. It is 2 different bases, and since it's kettle dyed, the colorway will be slightly different on different bases. So this is a deeper purple. It's on the DK, but it's still just as perfect as the more magenta side on fingering. And it's all perfect, and it's all mine, and I'm so excited.
I have my own.
You do have your own.
I could take some of yours. Since you took some of mine. Yes, well.
Yes, well, yours coordinated so well with what I was working with, and I needed to match.
Well, we'll see how I do with my sleeves.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is just beautiful.
It's
well,
gorgeous.
The thing is I mean, this will be way more variegated than the skein you have. Your skeins aren't. I'm just saying.
I can switch them back and forth.
I'm just saying.
Not a problem.
But yeah, so these came this week. I was very excited to get that shipping
fantastic.
notice. I'm not. So this is going to be part of my Daydreamer by Andrea Mowry, and I have Surrey alpaca from Ocean Rose for that, from Ocean by the Sea. Who is in London, but she came to Rhinebeck last year, and I got some of her Surrey then. So that's what this is going to grow up to be in. The DK, I'm not sure yet, but...
Oh, but I think we can think of something.
Oh, yeah, but I also was like, you know what? If we're not going to get this colorway ever again, then I'm going to get it on DK. So I have it, I have it, and I've only used it on my mohair, and I still have some of that left. And I have it in lace, I have it on masonette, I have it in DK, and I have it on sock. So the only thing I would really need is to have it on worsted or chunky. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be released for a third time, and that's when that'll happen. But I was very excited about this. It's a beautiful purple.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's honestly one of my favorite colors that Karita has ever done. So yeah. But that came, I was very, very excited about that. And yeah, and I think that's the end of everything that came.
I think it is.
Oh wait, no, I have the earrings.
Oh my goodness.
Well, not earrings that you all would have heard about. So these are the Descent earrings, or Descent collar earrings. That's for my hair.
Oh, I see that.
And it's the RBG Descent collar in studs.
What was making noise?
So those are the Descent collar stud earrings. And then these are the Grace Hopper computer scientist earrings. These are the half nanosecond earrings. So if you don't know, Grace Hopper
was brilliant.
Yes. So I'm going to just read you the blurb on here. It's on the front here.
I think she was one of the first, well, she was a female general.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first female general.
So these earrings that I'm about to show you are a wearable version of the nanosecond wires hopper used to demonstrate the maximum distance a signal can travel in 1/1000th of a second. The white line on each earring is 5.9 inches or a half a light nanosecond long. So,
there.
Those. They're by the same company, which is Descent Pins, because they started with the Descent collar merchandise for RBG, and then moved to other organizations and other
famous women.
Yeah, famous women.
Accomplished.
Yeah. So the Descent Pins, the 50% of the profits for the Descent, the RBG collection, goes to the Bronx Freedom Fund, International Refugee Assistance Project and Center for Reproductive Rights, and the Grace Hopper goes to Black Girls Code, DIY Girls, and Chick Tech.
Wow.
Yeah. So I really like these. I'm really excited to have them and to wear them because I think the studs will be worn interchangeably with my purple Empower the Vote earrings from Yasmin, designs by Yasmin.
Cool.
But yeah, so that is what I have
been
gotten.
busy.
Yes, and lots of stuff has come into our possession.
From Indie Untangled, I only bought little things. I really do. I'm really trying this year to get stuff up off the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
so
I bought the neighborhood. I bought the Babs.
After we do, well, this was in stuff that's around here, so then I can get stuff from the floor up here.
Yep.
And that's the plan. I keep moving things up onto the shelves to get the floor clear.
Yeah.
Then it's not so embarrassing if we decide to move and I have to get it packed. At least it would just be on the shelf.
At least.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's what's happened this week. I don't have any ends to weave in right now. Oh no, I do on my sweater now.
On your sweater, and you will be getting some.
I will be for my shawl. Well, we will talk to you all again next week. Remember, if you are in a state wear a mask, and if you are in a state that has early voting, please vote. And yeah, be safe.
Stay safe.
Stay strong.
Stay warm.
And yes, definitely wear those sweaters.
That's
and
right.
those hats.
If you're in New York, bring your umbrella tomorrow.
Oh, lovely.
It's supposed to be raining early in the morning. They say it may be done by 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe I'll go over to the voting place at 8 and sit there in the car until I see people start lining up.
Okay.
You know, I'll have my foul weather gear. Maybe I'll go in full foul weather gear.
Oh my God. It's going to be great.
You know?
It's okay. Mom and I keep talking about early voting, and Dad goes, great. So we have a feeling that he will be the one person in the family who goes and votes on Election Day.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, I found that voting a year ago for, I think, a local election, that early voting was really delightful. Instead of looking me up on some paper form, they were able to do a search on their database, and it was so much easier than the regular voting. And you're going, why can't you do this all the time? Yeah, and the answer is I have no idea, but it was really very nice. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'll get up out of the house by 8 o'clock. The voting place is 5 minutes away, up at the Levittown Town Hall, and then I can see if there's a line. If there's a line already, then I jump out of the car, sit on my cane. The cane has a stool built in. It's not so crazy. And
it's key. It is key. I walked to where my early voting polling site is yesterday, thinking I could get in, get out. Nope. The
lines are long.
Line went all the way around the building. So my plan is to check it out. I believe my site is open late on Tuesday, Wednesday, and
Right.
Thursday.
You might want to go really early one day.
So the plan is to try late on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If I don't, then go super early on Friday because they open at 7 on Friday, so I can
This place
leave
opens
her my
at 6 on Wednesday, so if tomorrow doesn't work out, I have PT on Tuesday, so I could go really early on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
It may be raining on Wednesday too, so
but
may hold down the number of people.
Maybe. But yeah, be safe, go vote, and
Stay
wear a
dry
mask.
and warm. Right. We'll see you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.